Picture this exact scenario for a second. You're staring at a blank, blinking cursor on your screen. You spend 10 agonizing minutes hunting for that one brilliant AI prompt.
Oh, the one you saved somewhere last month?
Right. You finally give up in total frustration. You just accept complete defeat, and you end up writing a mediocre prompt entirely from scratch.
It's the absolute worst. We've all been trapped in that exact cycle. It feels incredibly defeating. You know the perfect instruction exists. You just can't reach it.
It's a universal pain we all seem to share. Welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm very glad you're here with us today. Our mission for this conversation is highly specific.
Yeah, it's a very targeted one.
We're examining a fascinating March 2026 article by Max Ants. This piece diagnoses exactly why our personal prompt libraries are entirely broken.
And more importantly, we're exploring the fix.
Right. We're walking through a specific 10-minute protocol to solve this forever. We're going to use two tools today. One is NotebookLM, and the other is prompts.chat.
It's a highly practical conversation, but it's also deeply necessary. We're talking about reclaiming your digital sanity.
Let's start by looking closely at our current digital environments. Before we can build a better system, we have to look honestly at how we currently store inspiration. The author paints a very vivid picture here.
Max Ant points out the reality of our digital hoarding. We scatter these valuable instructions literally everywhere.
We toss them across countless browser bookmarks.
Which is a classic digital graveyard. You click that little star icon.
Yeah.
You feel a sudden rush of productivity, but you almost never go back to actually read them again.
Right. And we also rely heavily on random notes apps. You copy a prompt you saw on social media.
You paste it into a generic, untitled document.
And it sits there completely devoid of any real context. Then there are those half-forgotten GitHub tabs.
Oh, those are the worst.
You leave them open on your browser for weeks. You lie to yourself daily.
Yeah, you say you'll review that code structure later tonight.
But you never actually do.
But the absolute worst offenders are those doomed phone screenshots.
Oh, absolutely. You take a quick picture of a clever prompt online. It instantly vanishes into your massive camera roll forever.
It gets buried under pictures of your lunch. You're absolutely never going to open that specific image again.
I have a slightly embarrassing confession to make here. I still wrestle with my own messy notes app, losing great prompts to the void.
It happens to every single person.
I have a file, literally called Good AI Stuff. It's an absolute disaster.
You're definitely not alone in that.
It's like treating your digital notes like a junk drawer in your kitchen. You just blindly toss things in there. You hope you can magically find them when you meet a screwdriver, but you just end up cutting your hand on loose batteries.
That's a perfect way to look at it. The junk drawer analogy is spot on. We just keep tossing things into the dark.
Why do we hoard digital instructions if we never actually look at them again?
Well, we do it out of a deep sense of anxiety. We see a brilliant, highly effective idea out in the wild. We recognize the immediate, obvious value of that specific instruction. And we're terrified of forgetting that valuable spark of genius. So we grab it hastily. We confuse the physical act of saving a file with actual knowledge retention.
Right, we hoard because we fear losing fleeting moments of inspiration.
Exactly. We think clicking save is the same thing as learning.
Two sex islands. So if our storage habits are this fundamentally broken, we have to look at the consequences.
This brings us to what the author calls the mediocrity loop.
This loop is where the daily frustration really starts compounding.
This is where the messy storage actually impacts your real work.
The core realization from this article is incredibly important to grasp. The problem isn't a lack of good AI prompts.
That's a massive misconception people harbor right now. People think they need to invent perfect prompts from thin air.
But they don't.
No, they don't. Excellent, highly detailed prompts absolutely exist all over the internet. There are literally thousands of them readily available today.
The author notes these are battle-tested by real people. They're utilized constantly in very demanding, real-world workflows. We're talking about prompts heavily refined by expert coders, prompts polished by professional copywriters over hundreds of hours.
Whoa, imagine having thousands of battle-tested human ideas just waiting at your fingertips. It really is staggering when you pause to think about it.
It represents an unprecedented scale of shared global intelligence, but we're completely disconnected from that massive potential value.
We're locked out of the library because we lost our library card.
Because nobody has a smart, centralized system for retrieving them.
Right. We lack a reliable mechanism to find these exact instructions fast.
Let's unpack the why here. Why does this friction lead to such bad outputs?
Well, when we can't find our saved prompt, we get annoyed.
This overwhelming friction forces us into a terrible compromise.
We settle for rewriting subpar, mediocre prompts entirely from scratch. We rush the creative process because we're already deeply frustrated.
We're tired from searching.
So we just type something incredibly basic. We leave out vital context. We forget to include necessary formatting instructions for the AI.
We just type, write me an email about marketing.
Exactly. And the AI inevitably gives us a remarkably mediocre output back.
It sounds like a robot wrote it.
Because we gave it a robotic, low-effort instruction, the output is a direct reflection of our own rushed input.
So is this an organization problem or a fundamental limit of human memory?
It's absolutely a fundamental limitation of our human biology. Think about it logically for a second. Our brains evolved for complex storytelling. They evolved for spatial navigation and recognizing faces. They didn't evolve to index thousands of specific text strings.
Right.
We simply can't retrieve raw, unformatted data like a machine can. We're terrible at remembering exact syntax.
Human brains simply aren't built for raw, high-speed data retrieval.
We need external systems to handle that specific cognitive load. We have to stop trying to force our brains to act like hard drives.
2-sec silence. So if our brains are fundamentally bad at indexing text strings, we have to stop trying to memorize them entirely.
Which brings us to what Max Ann actually proposes we do instead.
This is where we get into the definitive March 2026 protocol. This is the actionable solution.
We're going to build something specific.
We'll use a tool called NotebookLM. We'll pair it directly with the prompts.chat database.
The author identifies prompts.chat as a premier online resource. It's an open source database.
Meaning a massive free library anyone can contribute to.
Yes, exactly.
Let's slow down and examine how this actually works mechanically, because this is the most crucial part of the deep dive.
You don't just stare at the database, you have to extract the value from it.
Right. You go to prompts.chat first. You'll see incredible, highly detailed categories.
You find the specific prompt packs that actually fit your daily work. Maybe you need coding assistance or creative writing frameworks.
You download those specific text files. You gather the raw material.
Okay, so you have these highly refined text files sitting on your computer, but if you just leave them in a folder, you're back to the junk drawer problem.
Exactly. That's where NotebookLM enters the equation. NotebookLM is brilliant for this specific use case.
NotebookLM is an AI tool that only reads the specific documents you upload.
That isolated focus is what makes it so incredibly powerful here. It doesn't search the whole internet.
It only looks at the brilliant prompts you just handed it. You create a new notebook.
You upload those downloaded prompt packs directly into it.
It instantly ingests all that battle-tested knowledge.
We combine these two distinct tools together seamlessly. We effectively build a private, instantly searchable digital oracle.
You're no longer hunting endlessly through scattered browser tabs.
You're no longer scrolling through your messy camera roll.
You just open your customized NotebookLM interface. You tell it exactly what you're trying to accomplish today.
You type something in plain English. You say, I need to write a challenging feedback email to an employee.
NotebookLM scans only the expert prompts you uploaded. It finds the absolute perfect instruction framework.
It hands it right back to you instantly. And the article states this entire setup only takes about 10 minutes.
It's an incredibly rapid setup process for such immense ongoing value. It's like stacking Lego blocks of data to build your own search engine.
Right, but instead of plastic bricks, you're snapping together different frameworks.
You're assembling these cognitive pieces until they perfectly fit your specific workflow.
It's highly customized to how you actually think.
You completely bypass the tedious manual searching phase entirely. The friction just vanishes from your daily routine.
If we outsource our memory to an oracle, do we lose our own prompt writing skills?
It actually works in the exact opposite way entirely. Think about the mental energy you waste trying to remember exact formatting.
Right.
When you remove the heavy friction of manual searching, you stop worrying about remembering exact syntax and role-playing rules.
You get to focus entirely on the actual creative output itself.
The oracle handles the structure. You provide the soul. You become a high-level director of ideas instead of a basic syntax manager.
Yeah, removing the friction actually frees us to be more creative.
It really does.
Let's pause for a brief moment. Sponsor. Thank you for staying with us on this deep dive. Let's pull all these fascinating concepts together now.
We're clearly moving through a major technological transition today.
We're leaving an era of scattered, messy data hoarding behind us. We're rapidly entering an era of instant, highly personalized retrieval.
It's a profound structural shift in how we manage digital knowledge daily.
The true value of an open-source database is fundamentally changing. It's not just that this massive collection of human knowledge exists online.
Having a giant library is useless if you can't find the right book.
The real magic is how you make that library talk to your personal workflow. You have to forcefully connect the collective intelligence to your daily, mundane tasks.
I want to leave you with a philosophical thread to pull on today. Imagine possessing this personalized oracle operating perfectly at your fingertips. It can instantly retrieve the absolute perfect instruction for any conceivable task. What fundamentally happens to the way we humans actually think?
That's a big question.
When we no longer have to remember how to ask the machine, our only remaining limit becomes what we dare to ask it.
That's a truly profound and provocative question to ponder. The next time you face that blank, blinking digital screen, remember that you don't have to settle for a mediocre, frustrating prompt.
You don't have to rely on your messy, disorganized junk drawer of notes.
You can actually build a system that works beautifully for you. And it only takes 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes.
Thank you so much for exploring this fascinating topic with us. Keep building those smart digital systems and take care of yourself. Otiro Music.